Welcome to another video by the Security Buddy. In this video, we will discuss what the main effects of continuous variables are in linear regression. Let's say there is a dependent variable y that depends on two continuous independent variables x1 and x2. Let's also assume that both x1 and x2 are statistically significant for calculating the value of the dependent variable y. So, we can use linear regression to find out the coefficients of the following equation. Y is equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2, where beta 0, beta 1 and beta 2 are real numbers. The main effects of continuous variables in linear regression represents that the relationship between one independent variable and the dependent variable does not depend on other independent variables. In other words, in our example, the effect of the variable x1 on the dependent variable y will not change for the range of values of x2. In other words, the effect of the independent continuous variable x1 on the dependent variable y does not depend on the value of the other independent variable x2 and vice versa. At this point, the coefficient beta 1 indicates the strength and direction of the relationship between the independent variable x1 and the dependent variable y. If beta 1 is negative, that will mean y and x1 are negatively related. If we increase the value of x1, y will decrease. And if beta 1 is positive, that will mean the relationship between x1 and y is positive. If we increase x1, y will also increase. And the strength of the relationship between x1 and y depends on the magnitude of the coefficient beta 1. Similarly, the coefficient beta 2 indicates the strength and direction of the relationship between x2 and y. If the coefficient beta 2 is negative, that will mean that x2 and y are negatively related. And if beta 2 is positive, that will mean that x2 and y are positively related. And the magnitude of the coefficient beta 2 indicates the strength of the relationship between x2 and y. The value of the coefficient beta 1 also indicates how much the mean value of y will change if we increase the value of the independent variable x1 by 1 unit and keep the other variable x2 constant. Similarly, the value of the coefficient beta 2 indicates how much the mean value of y will change if we increase the value of x2 by 1 unit and keep the other variable x1 constant. So, the coefficients in regression analysis help to determine the strength and direction of the relationships between the independent variables and the dependent variable. And the p-value indicates whether the relationship is statistically significant. If the p-value is more than the significance level, that means the relationship between the corresponding independent variable and the dependent variable is not statistically significant. And if the p-value is less than the significance level, that means the relationship between the corresponding independent variable and the dependent variable is statistically significant. These coefficients and p-values work together in regression analysis to determine the nature of the relationship and whether the relationship is statistically significant. I hope this helps. Interested viewers who want to know more, please refer to the playlist Linear Regression or Statistics for Machine Learning or visit the website of the Security Buddy. The relevant links are provided in the description. You may also want to subscribe to us and get notifications on recent videos.